A job seeker walked out of an interview after he realized that he was lied to by the recruiter. So this happened to TikToker Wyatt Vincent. So I don't really think that calling him a TikToker is all that accurate, but he posted this video on TikTok, basically explaining that when he went for an interview to a job that offered $20 an hour plus benefits, he was super excited. Like, oh yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I see this job opening or this job listing. I applied for it. I got all ready. And then, it turns out it was bait and switch. So now he was surprised to find out that it was a group interview. That's the first red flag. That happened to be very different from the one that he was actually told, the one that he had actually applied to. Vincent began by saying, I've never walked out of a job interview before, but companies these days are smoking crack. And let me say, this employer was high as hell. Already, love it. I was online, I seen a job posting for $40,000 to $50,000 a year, plus all these benefits. It's a 30-minute drive from my house, but I'm like, okay, that comes out about $20 an hour. I can work with that. He then says, when he got to the interview, he actually showed up early, saying, quote, he looked like a snack. And then I walked through the doors, and there was an effing group interview sign-up sheet and like 15 other well-dressed MFers in here. Once again, if you show up to an interview and there's, in the interview room, a bunch of other people, nope, you just turn around and walk out. It's going to be a waste of your time. But anyway, nonetheless, this guy decided he was going to stick it out. So he was there until about 5 minutes into the company's PowerPoint presentation. He said the company had just finished telling them, quote, we got to look a certain way. We got to take a drug test, criminal background check, driving record check. Wow. No visible tattoos. It requires a lot of physical labor. We got to go through multiple interviews. So he was like, okay, look, I get it. But for $20 an hour, okay, fine. Sure. That's more than what I'm making right now. But then he said, quote, these wannabe slave masters look us dead in our eyes and told us it's $13 an hour. And after months of training, you might be able to make a little bit of commission from upselling. So why then claim that it's $20 an hour? Oh yeah, well it's actually $20 an hour, but not really. It's 13, but you could potentially make $20 if you upsell. No. Now look, $13 an hour. A lot of places in this country can't live on $13 an hour. And so having this company that claims, oh yeah, $20 an hour, we got this job. And yeah, there's a lot of requirements to it, but don't worry, $20 an hour. Oh, nah, but it's actually $13 an hour. Yeah. Total bait and switch. I think, man, that should be illegal. That is straight up false advertising, completely and utterly dishonest. I absolutely hate it. Now, the video caption he adds, everybody eventually walked out, but half walked out right behind me. Yeah, as soon as they found out it was $13 an hour, they're gone. And it's funny because, some people are like, nobody wants to work. Yeah, nobody wants to work. I can't believe all these entitled millennials wanting to make, enough money to survive. Those losers. God, they're so entitled. No, here's the thing. This guy had already had a job making $17 an hour, almost $18 an hour. So he's like, look, I see the shop for $20 an hour. Obviously, it's more than what I'm making now. Okay, sure, it's a half hour away. Okay, fine. The commute kind of sucks, but it's an extra, $3 an hour just about. Hell yeah, I'll take it. Sure, I'll see what they're about. And then just getting lied to. What is this? What is this? Gaslighting? That's what this is. Now, some of the comments here from people who watched the video saying $13 for full time. I would have left once I saw it was a group interview. I will never subject myself to that horror again. Another person added, once I see it's a group thing, I'm like, nah. And another said, group interviews are an absolute no for me. I agree with all of this. Look, I mean, the last time I looked for a job was a long time ago. Okay. The last time I had one of these group interviews had to have been like 2006-ish. So they've been around for a very long time, and they were just as ridiculous back then as they are now. Sign up for a job, you know, get an interview or whatever. Oh no, this would be the first out of like 10 interviews for something that paid probably at the time about $10 an hour. No, this is ridiculous. And by the way, it was, from what I remember, and it's not the same place, I don't think, as this, because I didn't actually point out the employer's name, but I remember, I think the one that I was interviewing for was like being a vacuum salesman, I think. I don't know, it was a long time ago. Group interviews, though, immediate red flag. It's almost like a sure bet that it's going to be like a multi-level marketing scheme. 100%. 100%. And so, look, another person, by the way, pointed out, this reminds me of years ago I applied for a receptionist job at a tanning salon. Went to the interview, and it was a pyramid scheme for a tanning salon. Happened to me too. They offered $25 in my third interview. She said $13.50. I told her she should correct her ad because it's misleading. That person, by the way, made that comment, was informed about an hour later that they didn't get the job. Big surprise. Oh, but again, nobody wants to work, right? No, nobody wants to work. Nobody wants to work. No, nobody wants to sit through fake bait and switch interviews with, again, a group. No, this is absolutely ridiculous. It should be, this kind of stuff should be absolutely outlawed, because it's a slap in the face. It's insulting to sit there and lie, to be able to lie without recourse on, you know, these job listings, and, you know, tell someone who comes in for that interview, takes time out of their day, maybe takes PTO from their current job if they're able to go listen to something that is just 100% straight up gaslighting. Nah, it's ridiculous. These companies ought to be ashamed of themselves for using this type of predatory hiring tactic, but something tells me that in this environment, they'll never, ever be held accountable.